Interesting facts about lighthouses. The purpose of lighthouses are to guide ships to safety and warn them of danger. They are tall, rounded towers built from materials like wood, brick, stone, iron, steel, or aluminum to withstand local conditions. Lighthouses in the Caribbean are often tall and skeletal to reduce the surface area for hurricane winds and waves. Lighthouse designs also often reflect the architectural styles of the time they were built. The main feature is a bright light, usually fueled by oil or electricity, that's magnified by a lens or optic in the lantern room of the tower. The light can be fixed or revolving to create different signals. A lighthouse's height depends on the curvature of the earth, so taller lighthouses can be seen further away at sea. However, the light shouldn't be so high that local sailors can't see it, so lighthouses on cliffs are often shorter. The first lighthouse was Egypt's Pharos of Alexandria, built in the 3rd century BC, which used a fire on a platform to signal the port entrance. The tower was mostly built with solid blocks of limestone and granite. It was estimated to be between 330 and 387 feet or 103 to 118 meters tall. When it was built between 280 and 247 BC, it was the second tallest man-made structure in the world, after the pyramids of Giza. Frequent earthquakes eventually reduced it to rubble by the 14th century. Other early lighthouse builders include the Phoenicians, Greeks, and Romans. In 1822, Frenchman Augustin Fresnel invented the first modern lighthouse lens. The oldest lighthouse still standing today is likely the Tower of Hercules, which is located on Spain's northwestern coast and dates back to the 2nd century AD. The Tower of Hercules design may have been inspired by the Pharos of Alexandria. The first lighthouse in the United States was Boston Light, built on Little Brewster Island in Boston Harbor and first lit on September 14, 1716. The light was maintained by a 1 penny per ton tonnage tax on vessels entering or leaving the harbor. After serving faithfully for 215 years, Boston Light was the last lighthouse in the country to be automated in 1998. The Sandy Hook Lighthouse in Highlands, New Jersey is the oldest surviving and operating lighthouse in the United States. It was completed on June 11, 1764, and has been in service ever since, except for brief periods during wartime. The 103-foot tower was built in the shape of an octagon by the colony of New York with money raised by a lottery to guide ships safely past Sandy Hook. Today, the National Park Service preserves the lighthouse and the U.S. Coast Guard maintains the light. Michigan has 129 lighthouses, more than any other state. These lighthouses are located on Lake Michigan, Lake Huron, Lake Superior, and other smaller bodies of water. The need for lighthouses in Michigan increased due to the Great Lakes being a shipping corridor, the state's manufacturing industry, and the lumbering, mining, and auto industries. According to Guinness World Records, there are more than 20,000 lighthouses worldwide. The United States has more lighthouses than any other country. The Three Drain Jar Lighthouse is considered the most dangerous lighthouse in the world. It lies 7 kilometers off Iceland's southwest coast. A single-story white lighthouse with a red roof sits atop the tallest of the pillars, the 36-meter-high storage Rangur. On a lone reef 39 kilometers from land in 33 meters of choppy water, is the Stannard Rock Lighthouse. Locally, it is called Stranded Rock or Stag Station. It is one of 78 lighthouses on Lake Superior. Lake Superior is the world's largest freshwater lake by surface area. Much of its shoreline, on both sides of the US-Canada border, is lonely and uninhabited. The stormy lake has over 500 shipwrecks. The best known occurred as recently as 1975, when the Edmund Fitzgerald went down in a storm, killing all 29 aboard. Ships need all the help they could get to safely cross that treacherous lake. Named after Captain Charles Stannard, who discovered this reef in 1835, construction took a long 5 years, 1878 to 1883. Crazy weather and troublesome ice caused several delays. But a lighthouse near that reef was necessary because of the increase in shipping. The lighthouse contains thousands of tons of concrete and sandstone, as well as brick and iron. The tower itself has 7 levels, including living quarters for the keepers. It also had a library, a kitchen, and a lens for the light. Although it was fully equipped, life in the lighthouse was certainly a hardship post. The wave-battered base needed extra reinforcement with steel and concrete. During winter, ice built up on the platform, forcing the keepers to hack it away with pickaxes. The inhospitable and unpredictable weather often made it unsafe to occupy, so the keepers were often away from the lighthouse. It is automated now. Bishop Rock Lighthouse sits on Bishop Rock, the world's smallest island. As little more than a rock, this island in the North Atlantic unexpectedly became home to one of England's tallest lighthouses. Bishop Rock lies off the western reaches of the Isles of Scilly, just off the coast of Cornwall. After several shipwrecks, including a famous disaster in 1707 that cost the lives of over 2,000 sailors, authorities finally built a lighthouse. It started as an iron contraption with a beacon in 1847, but the waves washed it away. In 1851, builders got to work on a sturdier structure. It took 7 years to build due to constant interruptions from storms and tides. The tower stands 49 meters tall and has 10 floors equipped with living quarters, oil rooms, and a helipad. The lighthouse on this tiny rock had several drawbacks. Waves smashed against it and broke off pieces of stone from its base. Frequent gales rocked the tower. The lighthouse needed extra reinforcement from iron bolts and an entirely new cylindrical base to deter the waves. Some storms were so bad that waves and wind broke windows and damaged equipment inside. The landmark was completely automated in 1992. Thank you. Please like and subscribe. If you are interested, visit our store on Amazon. Link in the description.